This webtoon has rape, sexual assault, lots of smut. It is a yaoi, which is boy love. There is violence in it, also attempts of murder and attempt and suicide. So keep that in mind before you read this webtoon. Hi, happy Webtoon Wednesday. Today I'm going to be talking about Warehouse. Now, this is a recommendation that if you liked Killing Stalking, that this is something you should read afterwards. Now, it is not like Killing Stalking, aside from the fact that someone is being held captive or kidnapped or held prisoner, however you want to phrase it. This is our main male character, Kim Doyeon. I'm probably saying it wrong. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say is down on his luck, but he is not a successful guy. In the beginning of the story, he's between 26, 28, I can't remember exactly, but he's around that time frame. He kind of has a lot of nostalgia for high school or middle school because he wants to go back to a time where there isn't bills, there really isn't any worries. He could just hang out with friends all day, smoke cigarettes, play video games, do this, that, and the other. Now, what you come to find out throughout a couple of the chapters is that when he was in high school, he kind of was a piece of poo. Like, he would date girls and then just throw them to the side. Like, he would date a girl for like 3 days, they would sleep with each other, and a couple days later, he'd be making out with another girl. So he went through women or girls super fast because of this. Presently, he is scamming people into buying cell phones because that's his job. He also works multiple jobs to pay for his bills because he is broke and he has no money. He goes outside to smoke a cigarette after having a confrontation with some customers, and he gets hit on the back of the head. He gets kidnapped, and when he wakes up, he's in a warehouse that has a bunch of gym equipment in it, like what was in his high school warehouse. Second male character. Now, he is the one who kidnaps Kim Doyeon. Doesn't tell him why he's kidnapped him. All he basically says is like, do you remember? Do you remember? Then he proceeds to rape Kim Doyeon. Now, once the rape is over, Kim Doyeon still doesn't remember what this guy wants him to remember. A lot of the story is Kim Doyeon being raped, sexually assaulted, molested, however you want to phrase it, him trying to escape, his attempts at escaping, and the consequences for him attempting to escape. You also figure out who the guy is with yellow eyes and why he's doing what he's doing. I think that this is a good psychological one, and I really like how the artist only did color for our second male character's eyes, like they're yellow. It just kind of makes them like more intense because that's the only color you're getting, right? It's just in his eyes, and everything else is still like black and white. And he is a scary dude, right? Like, he kills people for a living or breaks legs. The room where he keeps Doyeon chained to a bed and a giant pillar of steel. So he's not dumb. He's very smart, and there is reason behind why he is doing what he is doing. Do I agree with the reason? No, I don't. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I totally agree with someone getting kidnapped and raped repeatedly so he can try to remember stuff he repressed. And that's a big part of this, is Kim Doyeon repressed a lot of memories from his past. Now, to me, when I was reading this, and our second male character with the yellow eyes was sitting there like, do you remember me? Do you remember? And Kim Doyeon only remembers like a little bit of him. And to me, I'm like, I remember, like, everyone from my high school graduation, like who was in class with me, like that's kind of weird that he doesn't remember this dude he went to high school with, and it was, you know, less than 10 years ago. Like that's kind of strange. So you do come to find out there he has a lot of repressed memories, and you find out why he repressed them. Now this kind of goes back to what I feel is that before and in different countries there was a huge stigma on being gay. So you had to either keep it very quiet and very hush hush, or you just pretended like you were straight, right? So this webtoon touches base on that. And I do feel like I had a lot of reflecting of how it used to be back when I was in high school, because there was literally only one gay couple in the entire school. Now, granted, I lived in like the backwater country with cornfields everywhere, but we still had, you know, maybe 400 people in our high school total, but still to only have one gay couple, just statistically, it just didn't seem like a lot, and it was very rare. But it was also very looked down on by a lot of people. So you understand why, at least in the past, why couples or why people, gay people, would keep it quiet or keep it a secret, because they were very afraid of the repercussions that would happen. And I think this webtoon kind of re-highlights that time. And again, in other cultures and other places around the world, it's still not as accepted as it is in other places, right? So I thought that was really important to kind of touch base on as to why Kim Doyeon has repressed certain memories and why he did what he did, even though this webtoon has a lot of rape in it and parts of it aren't very easy to read necessarily. I still think it's a good webtoon to read. Just the psychological aspect of it, really, it's really good. I really like the psychological aspect of it. And the further on you go, the more is explained, and the more you understand why Doyeon is the way he is, and why his captor is doing what he's doing. And you get to feel the pain that both parties went through. Not only that, you also get to understand why it happened and why communication within a relationship is so important. I won't say any more beyond this, except for go read it if you want. I personally really like it. If you have any recommendations, psychological romance, I really prefer. Anything psychological, I really like. Leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Bye.